Yeah. So, how has technology changed the way we communicate with each other?
Well, because of the new development of technologies nowadays, people can actually stay in touch of the geographical barriers, and also it helps people who lost their contact with each other is stay in touch again. For example, like me and my friends, my primary school friends, we we thought that in some way we have cut all the connection with each other, but eventually, recently, she just came back to my life. And also for technology, it helps people to communicate more easier and more convenience, because you know you can call or text or give a message to anybody at any time of the day, uh, without any difficulties. Do you think technology has made it easier or harder for people to build relationships?
Well, in my opinion, from my observation, I've seen that technology, especially social media, has made relationship a lot easier and more convenient because well the most prominent feature of it is of course it's break the geographical border, meaning so people from around the world can connect together. However, the downside of technology is that uh, that the bond between peoples are not as strong as like face to face relationship. It's regardless of friends or romantic interest. After all, something that's happens online will with less direct contact will result in usually a weaker bond and relationship between one another. So yeah, while it does make it easier, it's certainly a bit harder to keep everything together, if that makes sense. What are some of the negative effects of excessive use of technology?
Well, okay, there is myriads of effects that is because of the excessive use of technology. First of all, if people use too much energy, too much technology, then they'll become addicted to it, right? And because addictions, uh, it isn't a healthy lifestyle. And what I'm talking about addiction here is, when it depends too much on the phone, you use it for entertainment purposes quite a lot. And this could really, it could mix up your daily routines, and also to diminish your attention span, which it could, in some way, it could change the structure of the brain as the attention spans decrease. And the excessive use of technology could really cut out all the actual face-to-face interactions, and also uh, it um, it kind of like a barrier towards you know actual people in real life, each other. For example, like children and their parents, like there will be a gap between them. And with the excessive use of technology, the gap will just get wider than that. So I think that those are the negative effects of excessive use of technology. um, how can we ensure that technology is used responsibly and ethically?
Well, there is a really complicated questions because it's really up to what people own sense of morality and responsibility toward all the technology, especially with the rise of artificial intelligence. It's certainly easy to rely and dependent on them for to do your tasks and so on, but it is very hard to only see them as a tool rather than a system, a kind of caretaker that will get rid of a lot of your problems. And so in my opinion, there are some ways. First of all, I think of is on an individual's level, people at least need to have a self-aware, and you know they need to have an understanding of the border that the border between what the technology can do and what they cannot interfere into their life, so that everyone achieve an equilibrium state of you know human effort and machine works. Uh, Furthermore, the government can impose stricter law regarding technology, especially artificial intelligence, based on how already dangerous it is at the moment. So, for example, we can hinder um, the development of AI, restrict their progression and so on, and maybe even charge you know charge people for the use of artificial intelligence, so that it's kind of act as a deterrent to the rising dependent on technology. So yeah, that's some of the way that I can think of. It's a really broad idea, and I mean technology is a part of our life, so it needs a lot of evaluation. Yeah. What are the benefits of online learning compared to traditional classroom learning?
Well, for online learning, first of all, it will really can be very beneficial for students, for learners, because they can study from a very far distance, right? They don't need to arrive at the place in order to learn, but they can learn it at a distance. And this can be very convenient for students, as well as um, a lot of uh, post undergraduate students, for example, because there will be less chance of them being late to class, so there will be less in troubles, and they will have a more flexible uh, timetable that could help them to balance out their study lives and also their daily activities, which could really enhance their health, as it is a way for them to be more, to seek for balance, seek for balanced habits, things like that. Uh, do you think schools should focus more on practical skills or theoretical knowledge?
Well, to me, we should strive a balance on both. The education system should strive a balance between two dimensions because, in my opinion, both of these skills are highly necessary for our today's world. So on one hand, practical skills, right? So uh, anything from the very basics like filtering knowing how to fill the water in the wild, for example, starting a fire can or fixing your light bulb, right? It's something that, well, everyone will have to do in their life, and I believe that it might even save your life. It's a lot more helpful than, say, learning about algebra, right? Learning trigonometry. They are not as nearly as helpful because of how niche they are when you compare to like cooking skill or performing CPR, like performing rescues on in place, for example. So there's a lot of things that practical skill offers in our day-to-day life that everyone can utilize. However, on the other hand, uh, theoretical knowledge also is a crucial part in the education this not only in the education system but also uh, into our adulthood, right? Because uh, they mm, they not only mm, uh, nurture and foster certain essential skill like problem solving, for example. They also you know learning theoretical knowledge like that academic knowledge is also a way to for one to gain better job prospect through certification and bachelor, for example, right? So what I'm trying to say is that academic uh, skills and knowledge helps us tremendously, especially in getting a high degree job that uh, rely a lot on your uh, knowledge and experience, which you can only learn by you can only learn through academically you know subjects and lessons. Yeah. So overall, while both of them, because both of them offers very unique aspects, and both of them are just as irreplaceable as another, I believe that we should have achieve an equilibrium state in both fields to create a more well-rounded and comprehensive generation in the future. What are some of the challenges facing education systems today?
So this is a very quite challenging um, questions. As a view of a pupil myself, I think that there is a lot of conflicts and debates and has been a rise in the educational systems over the decades, and you know, as a student, I think that first of all, there, I think that there were maybe you know the the, the shortage of shortage like the proliferations of primary school teachers and kindergarten teachers in comparison to secondary and high schools, right? So because for primary teachers and kindergarten teachers, those jobs are much easier and requires less qualifications and PhD from the teachers because they don't need to be advanced, right? And as those jobs, it will be much easier for them to gain money. But the thing is, this could lead to the liquidifications of the educational system alone, and the job itself, because there are too many teachers nowadays. So the field is becoming more and more competitive, and a lot of people, teachers actually, they have to quit their jobs due to the pressure from schools and the parents also. Another thing that I want to add is the curriculum. Okay, so for the curriculum, a lot of schools, it has been faced this problem where the knowledge that they convey uh, the, to their students, right? They only teach the theoretical knowledge, and when it comes to practice, the students cannot employ all the skills that they are taught into the exams or into practical um, usage. And this has raised a problem because when they graduate from schools, right, they, although they have a good qualifications, but they can hardly do anything because what they learn is comes from memory. They did not learn it. They learn it by heart, and with that, they learn it by heart and thoughtlessly. And this problem, it has arise a lot because um, it may lead to the potential unskilled workers in the future, which is very dangerous for the economy. But like that's just too far. Anyway, but I think that those are the challenges that the education systems are facing today. Do you think technology will replace teachers in the future?
No, I don't think technology can replace such an important role as a teacher, even in the far future, even talking like 40,000 years later, because the thing is that teachers, to me, at least in my opinion, teachers are the soul of a class, right? The thing that makes education effective is not only relies on the amount of materials or videos or any of that for that matter, because regardless of how many exercise one can practice, regardless of how many source you can have, it's always have to be someone who give you a drive, give you a kind of fire to nurture a sense of curiosity and industrious in a person. And I believe that's what makes the teachers so irreplaceable, because a good teachers not only enhance their his or her students' performance, but also foster a and nurture a generation of people who are genuinely interested and want to study, rather than a group of people who feel like they are being forced to learn something that they don't like and they don't need. And that's something that even a normal inf- a teachers in the flesh is struck. Many real life teachers are struggling. Then I don't believe that an artificial intelligence can even come close to being a teacher anyway. So that's what I'm trying to say is that uh, to me it's every class need a soul, and need someone to give guidance and helps students on a more individual level. And I believe that is something that those are some of the quality that only a human teacher can afford, can give. And so I don't think that technology will replace teachers in the future. However, they can be used for numerous applications. For example, a electronic board can be used so that it it reduce like chalk using. So overall it's healthier for the teachers, for instance, or having projectors or 3D printing technology in the class, which enhance the teacher's abilities to to teach and uh, like I say, it enhance the teacher's performance and skills, and so in turn increase students' ability to learn and kind of absorbs all those knowledge. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, goodbye.